Hello, welcome to another exciting episode of King's Table. This is Lego Jit. It's my buddy here, just another Chris.
That's right, I'm just another Chris, people.
I'm trying to give you something more than just Lego videos.
That too.
That video, sorry, I'm Lego Jit, man. All I got is Legos. That's all I can contribute to the channel is Legos.
Legos are fun.
Yes.
But not all of you, we've realized, are Lego fans, which is okay. It's okay.
It's fine.
We want to give you a little bit more. A little more stuff, because we're also into a lot of other things too.
Yeah, collection-wise, it's just only
Well.
for at least for me.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. So, we were having a conversation off camera, and we're like, why don't we just shoot a video about it? Where we were talking about Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. And a couple cool things and facts about it, and we thought, it's worthy enough to share with you guys. So, here we are.
Yeah. So what brought this up is that someone did an illustration. I can't remember who. We'll get that
on the interwebs.
On the interwebs,
which we've mentioned already.
Yes, of what's his name? Caleb Mclaughlin.
McLaughlin.
It's McLaughlin.
McLaughlin.
But I like to say it phonetically just so I can know how it's spelled.
Yeah, like a gourmet.
Yes, I say gourmet. I say things like resume.
And the target.
I say
like
ballet.
Ballet.
Like,
you get the idea.
Yeah.
But the guy plays Lucas on Stranger
Things, pretty much. Mm-hmm. And this was really cool. And then it's kind of up in the air, kind of loosely. A lot of fans are talking about it, just like a live action Into the Spider-Verse movie. And I think a lot of people would like to see McLaughlin.
I think he could do a really good job. And since they've talked about Morales and Spider-Man: Homecoming, the Prowler was in that as well. I mean, he wasn't known as the Prowler then, but he mentions he has a nephew. I think he even says Miles.
Yeah.
He says his actual name when he was tied to webbed to the
the
trunk.
That was Homecoming.
Yeah, so it says Homecoming. Yeah, but they talk about it as Prowler.
And he
talks about his. I think he says Miles.
He says I got a nephew in the neighborhood. He lives in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
But he didn't say his name. Miles,
I swore he said, but
they
mentioned
that was the Prowler.
Yes.
Supposedly, speculation. I don't know. They didn't say for sure in the film, but I think directors came out later and said, yes, this is definitely the Prowler. There's, what's his name? Childish Gambino's Prowler.
Yeah, that was him. So I think there's a chance that we could see him in the future, and I hope it's him because I think he's really.
Dude, I think
he looks the part, which is crucial. But he's also a good actor.
He's also a good actor, and he got some little vocal cords on him, too.
Yeah,
with the Stranger Things.
Well, he has a band.
He has a band?
Yeah.
No way!
The Stranger Things actor kids, whatever, they some of them are in bands together, some of them are separate. But Lucas, the guy who plays Lucas, and the guy who plays Michael, they're in a band together.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Oh, man, we gotta listen. Can we listen to this?
Yeah, and didn't you see them perform a couple years ago? I think it was the Oscars.
No, man.
All four of them.
I don't watch the Oscars.
Or five of them. Wherever the whole gang, they sang a bunch of songs. Yeah.
I had no idea. Mm-hmm. I had no idea.
Yeah, they're in a band.
Yeah, we should listen to some of it.
Yeah, we should. Check it out. I think it's on YouTube. I don't think they have anything professional recorded. Maybe. I don't know. We'll look it up later. Or who knows? We'll talk about another future video. But yeah, so he can sing.
Yeah.
It's the moral of the story.
Moral of the story.
So that'd be great to see him in that. The other thing I thought was really cool, nice little artist touch, I would say, from the movie, is the fact that, maybe you guys noticed it, but the way Miles moves in that movie, it's very choppy. He's like frozen in spots, and it's like almost robotic kind of as he's walking around, that's kind of the standard like animation that you normally would see in cartoons and stuff.
Traditional animation,
yeah. Because he's being played back in 12 frames per second. But if you notice, a lot of the other characters, such as Peter Parker, the fat Peter Parker, the main Peter Parker in the movie, he's really fluid. He moves smoothly. That's because he's being played back at 24 frames per second, because the movie itself is being played back in 24 frames per second.
Yeah, and that's actually the Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
It is. It is the Sam Raimi
Spider-Man. So that's a Seabiscuit Spider-Man. So
Seabiscuit. Yeah, that's supposedly
Mike Maguire.
Mark Maguire. Toby Maguire.
Yeah, we're talking about the Bash Brothers.
Yeah. You Bash Brothers, right?
Yeah. Jose Canseco was one of my favorite baseball players growing up.
But and as the movie progresses, as Miles becomes more of Spider-Man, more fluid, more better, like his animation evolves into 24 frames per second.
And then when he puts on his suit, he's animated at 24
frames per second. I thought it was really cool. I didn't catch that.
I didn't notice it either until someone else pointed it out, and I was like, oh, holy cow, that is a very interesting take on it. And it's just something you don't notice, but like you notice it in the film, but you don't realize that you notice it when it's like because he is definitely more choppy and not as fluid as like the other Spider-Man that already knows the ropes, and it makes sense why they did it like that, because he's still growing into the Spider-Man he has yet to become. So, I mean, that was an interesting creative choice that worked out really good. It's just something that made the film stick out a lot more than.
Absolutely. The one animation I didn't really like was Kingpin. I thought he was way overdone.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah. He's just like a floating head or big shadow.
Yeah, seriously, his head his head was like in his gut.
Yeah, it was like
in his chest.
Like a Teletubby kind of feeling.
I don't know. He was.
Oh no, it was still good though. It was a good take.
Holds a soft spot in my heart because that was my first date with my girlfriend. We went and saw that.
Oh wow, nice. That's a good film.
Technically, it was our second date.
Yeah,
my first real date.
One of my friends dragged me to the film because I was just like, Into the Spider-Verse. I had low expectations. I didn't even know what was coming out, and I didn't even honestly care at the time. But I went in somebody else bought me the ticket, and I tagged along, and I went to go in there. So now I'm like, dude, I'm all about Miles Morales and like the whole Into the Spider-Verse thing. It was interesting. It was a good take, and
I liked it.
I just like all the Spider-Mans have different powers, and it was just. All those, the Nicolas Cage.
I was gonna say
Nicolas Cage Spider-Man. It was pretty dope.
Sometimes I just like to burn the match again, just to feel something.
It's like wherever I go, the wind follows.
It's so good,
dude. Yeah, and then the Porky Pig Spider-Man 2 was funny when he's just like he gives him the hammer. It's like I'll fit in your pocket. Like.
I liked it a lot.
And it made sense that they did it animated because there's just no way that would have worked as a live action film with what they were trying to do with it, and so
it'd been weird because then the pig would have had because he was 2D.
Yeah,
the whole movie.
He was a cartoon, actual 2D hand drawn.
He was a cartoon in an animated movie kind of.
Yeah, and everything else was like computer generated.
And like doing the whole Who Framed Roger Rabbit style, like having he would be the only animated character in that movie. I don't know if it would have worked that well.
So
yeah.
But then that would still been interesting to still have like a live action Spider-Man movie, but then still have like the pig Spider-Man as like an animated kind of like Who Framed Roger Rabbit element in the film.
Yeah,
would work.
I don't think it'd work in Marvel.
It worked in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
It wasn't supposed to be taken seriously then. This would have been supposed to be a taken serious movie.
Yeah, but it's just like you could still have that element and still be taken seriously. I think maybe. Who knows? I don't know. It worked for Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I see it working.
I guess it worked for. Space Jam, and they're making a second one supposedly.
I haven't heard anything about it.
It's been years, but LeBron James is supposed to be
I think that's why he did so poorly in his Lakers his first year because he was
doing that movie,
and so he doesn't care. He's getting paid
a lot of money.
Yeah, so.
But back to Spider-Man. Thoroughly enjoyed it. The one movie the one aspect of Spider-Man that I wish they'd make a movie of is PS4 Spider-Man.
Oh man, it's so
story.
It's so good.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, you don't know what universe it is, but
who cares? Like, it's not the one we know, but it's the storyline that it's so
good. It's so good, and just the fact there's like just so many villains in that, like. Because the whole time I was thinking who's gonna show up, I was like, eventually. Well, I mean, you're working with Doc Octavius the whole time, so eventually you knew you're gonna fight him, and then it's just like everything like. When they doing the Taskmaster thing in there kind of randomly and like...
Do like side quest type stuff?
And then like you fight the Taskmaster and that was like really interesting. He's never been in anything ever before.
He's the main villain in Black Widow.
Yeah, dude, that's one thing I overlooked. You didn't talk about that in the other video. Like that's actually one thing I am excited about is to see the Taskmaster in a live action.
Yeah.
But so that's really cool. Man, there's a lot of aspects in that game that are just really cool. So...
Yeah.
And then
So what do you guys think? What do you of Spider-Man in the Spider-Verse? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Do you just like meh?
And let us know what you feel about Caleb Mclaughlin as live action Miles Morales.
What do you think? Should we start a petition?
Yeah, right. Seriously,
because those work.
Do they really? No. I was like,
what? Do they? No.
I was like, man, I'll sign my name on it like 1,000 times.
Yeah. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video, guys. See ya.